It's a bloke called David Boyle. Now, David played 169 games for South Sydney, and he played 3 Origins. I don't know if he didn't like me or hated Manly and Queensland, but he used to hammer me every chance he got over about 10 years. And he was as hard a player as they came.
Hi, I'm David Boyle, and after 40 years as a player, professional player, administrator, strength and conditioning coach, high performance manager, I'm here at the Olympic Stadium in Australia and passionate about coaching and mentoring. So I'm going to start out with, you're coming to somebody for help. I'm going to ask you the question, why do you coach? How do you see yourself now? How do others see you? Some other questions that I've learned over the 40 years. What is your coaching philosophy, if I ask you? Could you tell me? And your values? And if we go further into it, are your behaviours reflective of your values? Is that what your athletes see? Further down the track, what is your leadership style? Is it adaptable? Modern day coaching, emotional intelligence, is that part of your repertoire? What about implicit learning? Do you get your athletes to get the feel of it? One of the other big areas that I've learned after the last 26 years is communication. We talk about norms and social media. It's changed the whole world. Do we fully understand our athletes? And it's really important. We talk about an athlete-coach relationship. So I want to stress very importantly, how's your communication skills? So our program, we've got critical components of coaching, and myself and my colleagues make it meaningful every day. Make it a joy for them to come to training, work hard, get something out of it. 2, carefully be available. So as coaches, we're on board 24 hours a day. We're there for them. They want to know how much we care, not how much we know. People first, and then the process later. Know about your athletes. That coach-athlete relationship is so important. What's plan B for them? What's their life around them? If we don't know a little bit about your athletes, we're not going to be able to feel them and offer them empathy and earn their respect. And number 4, effort before outcomes. Nobody's made success without working hard at it. So we need to work hard, put the effort in. And number 5, attitude builds character. So we want to have a great attitude. One session you don't train hard at 100%, as one session you never get back. So we want to reinforce a really positive culture and a competitive culture. You might ask yourself why you'd want to have the services of a mentor. And as a young coach, coaching's all about racing against time. It's about building experience, it's about building knowledge, and kind of fast tracking where you want to get to. And you can't get that overnight. And I think that's what's important about wanting to get a mentor, and a mentor that you can trust and respect with integrity and hopefully a sense of humour, and join your journey in getting into elite coaching or athletes. I think I might have mentioned every good coach needs a good team around them. So from a personal perspective, I like sports doctors, I like sports trainers, physiotherapists. I've got a great analyst that's really important with coaching, and also a psychologist. So it's really important to have a team around you. And we don't know everything about strength and conditioning or high performance, but you've got to know somebody that does, and that's what we bring to the table for our mentees. Another question that might come up is how important is mentoring for a coach or a young athlete? And I think as coaches we are mentors as well for them, and that's really important in terms of coach-athlete relationship and knowing about your athlete. And that builds respect, that builds communication, that builds integrity and trust. And we've got to be careful that we offer them empathy without sympathy, because sometimes they've got to go the highs and lows, with their training. So yeah, very important. You know, I've only ever worked 3 months in my life, and I had to work on a light rail with a shovel. The other rest of my life, this is what I've been subjected to. Professional sport, people that want to win, want to get better. It's just a great life. And I've never woken up any morning and said, oh no, I've got to go to work. And quite often, and I'll be honest here, I'm awake before the alarm goes off. I'm passionate about it, and I would love to work with you. And my team will do everything we possibly can to make the best that you can be at what you want to be.
Sissek for Queensland. Back for Lewis. Charge down.